Yes, I dyed my hair blonde, and I do not regret it one bit. So yes, I decided to dye my hair blonde. Why? I don't know, because I like it. I wanted to change. I was tired of dark brown hair with highlights, so I went full blonde. So I love it. Let me know what you think. But anyway, hopping into today's video. So today's video is a little different than all my other videos. So today is a challenge. It's a collaboration with 24 other YouTubers, and I have my laptop in front of me. No, it's not sponsored. I might blur that out. So let's name everyone in this. Oh, my battery's running low. Let's name all the people that's in this challenge. So there's me. There's Megan from Lovely Jubbly Furniture. There's Henson Home Furnishings. I'm not gonna say their names because I don't know all of their names, but I know their business names. So there's Henson Home Furnishings, Lily Moon Vintage, that's Yari, AJ's Vintage Designs, Transcent Furniture Gallery, Desert DIY, I'm so sorry. Creep Designs by Twitch, Elegant Upgrades, Furniture Flip by Sarah, Shayna Robinson Repurposing. I'm sorry if I'm it's really early in the morning, so I'm really trying to read all of these. Uniquely Ursula Designs, Flip It Furniture 123, that's Amy. Refurbies, Unique Upcycles, that's Amber. Lemons to Lemonade, TX. Monolane Furniture. 455 Designs. No, 445 Designs. Furniture Flip Hustle, No Can Do, Flipping Natalie, The Miss Flips, Our Furniture Flipping Adventure, and Furniture Warriors, that's Jim. So there's 24 of us, there's a lot of us. So basically, oh, I got mentioned in the story. So basically, this challenge is the $100 challenge. So basically, you have to find a piece of furniture and transform it for $100 or less. If you go over, then you obviously don't succeed in the challenge, but if you go under, you win. There's no winner, but like you succeeded in the challenge or whatever. So basically, I got my piece for free. It was on Facebook Marketplace. I'm just telling you right now that I did go over, and it's really hard not to go over $100 for a piece of furniture, because this includes your prep, your materials, your paint, transfers if you use transfers, and new handles and everything like that. For the transfers and paint, what Henson Home Furnishings and I did, she asked me to participate in this challenge, and what I understood was if I get my paint and transfers for free, I don't count it in my budget. Turns out you do. So I obviously failed this challenge because I used 2 transfers. Each transfer is like 45, 50 bucks. So that's $100 right there. So, and the handles were $45 because I was not about to use those ugly knobs again. The paint I used, wait, why am I telling you all of this? I'm going to tell you at the end of the video. So without further ado, let's hop into the video and I'll see you at the end. Well, that was a really long intro. So let's talk about this piece for a minute. This piece I got for free, and as you can see, there's holes in the top. I don't know what they were for. The previous owner, I believe they tried to strip it. That's why you can see the paint on the sides, but they didn't fully strip it. So it wasn't my primary concern because it was already quite smooth. So I just came back with a little bit of sandpaper and I sanded it smooth a little bit more than it already is. And it wasn't my primary concern because there were better things to focus on. So like inside this piece, considering the fact that I got it for free, it was a little abandoned. It was a little sad. So I had to give it some love. So it was filled with years and years and years of dirt and dust, so that's why I had to take out the vacuum. I usually don't take out the vacuum for all my pieces, but today I did. It was very, very dusty, and I actually had to come back with a bucket of water to clean the inside. I know a lot of people suggest cleaning the inside, but usually I don't clean the inside of my pieces because they're usually relatively clean, and I don't really worry about it, but
as you can see right here, I had to because the dust was just not going away, and it had this very dusty smell, so I made sure to clean inside the piece as well as inside and the sides of the drawers, because everyone doesn't want to put their clothes on dirty surfaces, so I had to clean it. And it's basically just water and dish soap. I wasn't going too fancy. I wasn't going to use what is it, floor cleaner, Pine Sol, that's what it's called. I wasn't going to use any of that. I was just going to use Dawn soap and water, so it worked perfectly fine. And as soon as that dried, I came back and I applied Bondo to the top. So it's now time to fill the holes on the top and any big dings that were on the piece. I left the majority of the dings and scratches and everything because I wanted to give the piece character, but the Bondo was just to fill those big holes that you saw at the beginning of the video because I didn't want those in my new freshly painted piece. And as you can see, I'm mixing the Bondo on my old piece of furniture. It's the Bombay piece that I filmed last video, but why am I reusing the same video? It's because I didn't feel like reshooting the same exact thing. So why not just show you exactly what I do on another piece, you know? So like, why should I go the extra step, you know? So this is all you have to do. You mix the gray stuff with the red stuff, and then it hardens really, really quickly. So I suggest as soon as you mix all your Bondo, you put it on your piece right away. If you wait too long, it's gonna harden and it won't be good anymore. I've learned from experience that it dries within 5 minutes on your that wood that I'm mixing it on. So you have to work really, really fast. So once the Bondo was dry, I came back in with my orbital sander. I use a Ryobi sander if anyone's asking, and I think I used 150 grit sandpaper. I'm pretty sure it was 150 because 220 it would be a bit too fine to go through the Bondo. So I used that, and I also went around the entire piece with the sander just to smooth out any imperfections and the side with the paint on it. And now I'm cleaning it with Cred Cutter. It's my preferred cleaner. I say this every video. Everyone does it differently. Some people use Dixie Belle White Lightning. Some people use Dawn dish soap with water, which is also a good thing. Like, I use that at the beginning of the video. It's completely fine. Some people use bleach. I don't think a lot of people use bleach, but only certain cases. Some people use bleach. I've heard it, I've seen it. Would I use it? No. So I just used Cred Cutter. It's available at my Home Depot, and it's a really good cleaner in my opinion. So I was actually inspired by Joe from Click to Restore. I'm going to put up my inspiration pic as soon as I'm done showing you the paint color. It's called With a Twist by Country Chic. I'm not exactly replicating her piece. It was just my inspiration pic for the transfers, I would say, and the color, but it's not an exact match. So I used this color because I know it was a color of the month last year. It was a color of the month for August, I believe. I'm not sure, don't quote me on that, but it was one of their colors of the month. I was absolutely terrified. I didn't want to use it, so I didn't end up using it, but now I'm absolutely in love with the color. But do expect to paint multiple coats of this color because it's like a yellow, so it takes, well, it's not like a yellow, I meant like it takes the same coverage as a yellow, so it takes quite a bit of paint to have full coverage. So I'm gonna put up Joe's picture right here, and you're gonna see very soon when it comes to putting on the transfer that something did happen to me, and I'm gonna explain why it happened. So you're about to see, but it took me about 4 coats to get full coverage, maybe 3.5 coats. The half coat is like a half coat is just to fill in any imperfections. And I'm using clear coat. Why am I using clear coat? Because like right away before putting on my transfer, it's because I want the transfer to stick to something. This is kind of ironic because you're gonna see what happened, but it's kind of funny. So I usually put clear coat before I put on the transfer and after I put on the transfer, just so it has something to stick onto. And it quite literally did. So now it's time to put on the transfer, the lovely transfer that was supposed to make or break my piece. So maybe it didn't break my piece, and it has nothing to do with the transfer. Redesign with Prima transfers are my favorite transfers of all time. They're amazing, good quality, they stick to everything, and they're wonderful. So it has nothing to do with the transfer, it has to do with me being dumb. So right here, you're gonna see that as I start peeling it back, it's the moment of realization. I'm peeling it back and the transfer is taking the paint with it. See, the look of defeat on my face is shocking. So I was contemplating sanding it all off and restarting, but I decided to continue with it because I actually liked the look, because the transfer took the paint off with it. So one of the words were botanical, so it completely took off the word botanical except for a few black spaces were left, and you can see how it took the exact imprint of the transfer, so you can clearly see it says botanical. But now you're wondering why that happened. Was the transfer too sticky? Did it ruin my piece? No, it's completely my fault because on this day it was extremely humid, so it was very hot. My piece got really hot, so I knew that I knew that I would be dumb if I went through with it, and I did because I was in a rush that day and I had somewhere to be. So I was like, you know what, it's gonna be fine. Obviously it wasn't, it was too hot, so my transfer took the paint with it because the paint was very hot, so it kind of melted. So that's exactly what happened. And am I mad about it? A little. And am I sad that it's not all perfect? A little. But do I mind it? No, not at all. So I'm gonna put in another transfer on it, just like Joe's picture, and I came back with 220 grit sandpaper to knock off all those extra chunks, and you're gonna see what it looks like soon. So to match Joe's vibe, I took the exact transfer that she used on the bottom corners, and I took full inspiration from this picture, and I wanted to replicate it as much as I could, and I find that this transfer pairs really well with the quote-unquote aged look that the black transfer gave. The black transfer is called Botanical Magazine. I'm not exactly sure what the flower transfer is called, but I'll link it all in the description down below. Right here, I'm putting on clear coat. It's a different kind of clear coat. This is a more heavy-duty clear coat. It's Varathane Diamond Wood Finish and a satin sheen, and it just seals the transfer in, and I did about 2 coats of this just for extra durability. Can we also take a moment to appreciate my socks and flops and my PJs with a huge hole in the kneecap? Yeah, I needed to get this done before it rained again, and I think it's a look, especially with the particle mask on it, 10 out of 10 would recommend.
thought that you were safe and that I will see you soon. If I can lay down beside you, I would, I would, I would, I would. We talk on the phone every night. Love to hear your voice, not sleeping well. And I know that you're right, but you should know it. You've been gone for way too long now. If I can lay down beside you, I would, when nothing really matters.
So I was mentioning at the beginning of the video, I did not succeed this challenge. It's very pretty, as you can see, but let's break it down, shall we? The piece was free. The handles were $45, which is more than I usually spend, but I thought it goes good with this. The transfers would have been $50 each, so that's $100 right there. The prep materials and everything like that all together, like prep, like cleaning, sanding, I had to use some Bondo for the top. Let's just say that was about $25, because the pack of sandpaper is like $25, but I only used like 4 maybe. I know that's a lot, but 4. So, and then I only used a little bit of cleaner. I used a little bit of Bondo, so let's just say $25. Then I had to paint it, and although I get my paint for free, I got a 32-ounce thing of With a Twist by Country Chic. Those things are about $45, but I only used about 16 ounces, so their 16-ounce things cost 25. No, I didn't use 16 ounces. What am I saying? I used about like 10, between 6 and 10 ounces. Let's just say that. So let's say that's about $15 worth of paint. And then I had to do the top coat. The top coat thing, the big bucket of top coat that I get is about, I think it's about $40, but I only use like, I don't know, not even a lot. So let's just say about $5, $3 to $5 worth of top coat. So yeah, I definitely failed the challenge. I don't even know how much that is altogether. Let me close my laptop because I am running low on battery. So obviously I failed the challenge. It's really hard being a furniture refinisher and staying under budget. Doing things for less than $100 is sometimes unrealistic. Unless you find the perfect piece that's for free and it needs no prep whatsoever and no priming, no nothing, and you just have to paint it and then there you go. In a lot of cases that happens. Like a piece that I just did, that's going to be next week's video. It was a custom. It didn't require much prep at all, and I just had to paint it and seal it. That's it. So it all depends on the piece. Could I have gotten a better piece for this challenge? Yes, but considering the fact that I have a second job now and it's really hard to find furniture nowadays because everyone is flipping furniture in my area, it's really difficult to stay under budget and find the perfect piece of furniture to flip under $100. So that being said, if you want to check out all the other YouTubers who did this challenge, they're going to be linked below, but I also think we're making a huge playlist so that you can just go through all of them there. So yeah, I failed challenge. Do I feel a little guilty, a little bad? Yeah. But is it the end of the world? No. It just makes you open your eyes, I guess, to see how much actually goes into a piece of furniture. So it's not just paint, seal, and done. So, you know. So yeah, I'll see you next week. It's gonna be a custom job. I'm looking at it right now, and it's very, very pretty. It's a little farmhouse, but it's not distressing. It's farmhouse, but not distressing. So I'll see you next week. Have a great week. Have a great rest of your day. And again, I'll see you next time. Also, before we leave, I have some exciting things coming up. I just took a trip to IKEA and I bought workbenches and shipping tables. So there is your hint. No, it is kind of related to Etsy, Will I be selling it on Etsy? Yes, I will. But what I am selling is another story. So once I get all that figured out, I'm going to let you all know what that big thing is, and it's gonna be my next adventure. No, I am not leaving furniture painting. It's just something I wanna do for the longest time, and now I can finally do it. So yeah, now I'll see you next time. Have a great week, have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you next time.
I hope that you are safe and that I will see you soon. If I can lay down beside